Oh, well, welcome to another episode of the Griftcast. How are you doing? It's time for another best worst show on the internet. Oh boy, aren't you just excited for that? I wonder what kind of amazing stuff is going to be happening today on the news. Probably all good stuff, nothing bad, I'm sure. Right? Nope, that's not how it goes anymore. Nope, that's not how it goes anymore. It's just a situation of a bunch of poop, right? At least that's what I feel like. And today, I guess, is no different because what do we got going on other than, well, Trump has been arraigned again? I feel like we were just saying this. Is it like Groundhog Day? Is this shit just happening over and over and over again? Sometimes I feel like I'm just living in purgatory. That's why I can't die or whatever, because there's nowhere to go. You just like start over again or something. I don't know. Could be like that. I don't really know. All I do know is that it's nice to see each and every single one of you. What's going on, MB? How you doing, Sewer Guy Rob? What is up to Miss Christina? And hello to No One Here Yet. And as it were, no one is here yet. But that's okay, because we're just here to do the show anyway. How's it going to CV? Nice to see you out there in the chat. Everything seems to be going pretty nicely. Is if I would say, other than that, you know, I'm actually starting to get back into the mix of things, trying to figure some shit out, have some fun times, but who really knows what's going to be happening? Who really knows what's going to be happening in the near few months? Maybe the world will be changed forever and ever and ever and always, or maybe not. I don't really know. I don't really know at all. All I do know is that the news today is pretty big on the Trump sphere. People are talking about what happened with him today, and I think that's where we're going to start off. We got a few different news stories that we can discuss or whatever, maybe some memes or something that we can throw up in there. But as it were, it just seems like this whole situation is going to be the one thing that we didn't want to have to deal with ever. Right? Well, we knew we were going to have to deal with it eventually. It's just, at this particular time, it seems like we're all coming up to this one little place. This place where censorship is everywhere and rampant, and there's nothing that we can do about it to stop it because the government is in fucking control of everything and everyone because they got AI chips in our brains. Holy shit. Whoa. We just got ourselves a Streamlabs donation. That goes directly to us into our pocket. We appreciate that from MB for $5. That doesn't show me if there was a message on it, though. So I don't think they put a message on it. Either way, thanks for the $5, yo. Appreciate that shit, man. We like money over here on the Griftcast. We love grifting. Although, we're probably not as great of a grifter as we were at the beginning of the year. Maybe I've fallen into my old Defango ways, and that's why everything is the way it is. Who really knows? How's it going, Fate of History? Nice to see you out there in the chat. Appreciate you over on Rumble, all my Rumble peeps. See, we got you guys in there, too. You know, it pops up right there. Whatever. We see it all into one situation. That's right. So, where do we go? Well, I guess we go here because this is what we're supposed to be talking about. Donald Trump getting arraigned and pleading not guilty of plotting to overturn an election loss, which is weird. Didn't we look at that yesterday? I mean, they said that he was knowingly saying lies about losing the election, but now he was trying to overturn the loss. And I mean, it's just starting to get really crazy. And as you can see, they got a lot of really interesting pieces of media outside, and they're playing little clips of the January 6th situation to really get it out to you. And this is Reuters, mind you. This is Reuters, right? So let's just play the little video from Reuters from the very beginning and see what it has to say.
Sad day for America.
Sad day for America.
Former President Donald Trump called the latest indictment against him a persecution on Thursday. After his arraignment on federal charges, he led a conspiracy built on lies to overturn his 2020 election defeat. Inside the Washington, D.C. courtroom about an hour earlier, Trump pleaded not guilty to the charges, standing up to address the judge directly as he entered the plea. Sitting in the front row behind Trump was special counsel Jack Smith. Trump appeared to glance occasionally at Smith, who has accused
Good
the
old
former
Jackie
president
Smith,
and his allies of promoting false claims that the election was rigged, pressuring state and federal officials to alter the results, and assembling fake slates of electors to try to wrest electoral votes from then-President-elect Joe Biden. Outside, small groups of Trump supporters and critics took turns posing in front of the John Marshall Park entrance of the federal courthouse, about a half-mile from the U.S. Capitol, the building Trump's supporters attacked on January 6, 2021.
The men and women of law enforcement who defended the U.S. Capitol on January 6th are heroes.
They're heroes.
On Tuesday, Smith announced the 4 felony charges, including conspiracy to defraud the United States, to deprive citizens of their voting rights, and to obstruct an official proceeding. The most serious charge carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. Thursday's arraignment was the 3rd time Trump has pleaded not guilty since April. The 77-year-old and front-runner for the Republican presidential nomination previously pleaded not guilty to federal charges that he retained classified documents after leaving office, and New York State charges that he falsified documents in connection with hush money payments to a porn star.
Oh, man. Can you believe, literally, they just laid it out pretty clearly right there. They even meant to put out forward that, yeah, he is the front runner. And it's really funny that they would even say it in the way that they would at this particular time, because we're way out of left field. I mean, we're not even in the same ballpark that we used to be in anymore. That's 3 different times that they've come after him in 3 different ways leading up to the election because they don't want him to run. And they think that they're going to be able to get him away for 20 years or something like that. This is obviously a setup. I would have to call it a stupid coup, but I mean, is it a stupid coup if it already worked? Right? I don't really know. What I do know is that this shit's going to get worse, bro.
And he may soon face more charges in Georgia, where a state prosecutor is investigating his attempts to overturn the 2020 election there.
This is a persecution.
Number 4. Don't forget about number 4. We're still waiting for number 4 from good old black lady in Georgia.
Of a political opponent.
She's going to take down that
Trump
Donald Trump.
repeated his claim that he was being persecuted before flying back to his Bedminster, New Jersey golf club. Trump himself has been accused of using government power for political gain. His first of 2 impeachments in 2019
Joe
was
Biden,
for pressuring Ukraine to investigate his Democratic rival Joe Biden before the 2020 election.
Yeah.
Senate Republicans later acquitted him of those charges.
This is not the place that I left.
Trump also said that he was sad to see what he called filth and broken buildings in Washington, D.C. When he left office, the city was barricaded and occupied by thousands of National Guard troops after his supporters broke into the Capitol in a failed attempt to stop Congress from certifying his election loss.
Dun, dun, dun. So there we go. We have a pretty good understanding now of everything, right? Yeah, doesn't it seem pretty nice? Yeah, it seems like a really nice situation that we're all working with. Seems like this thing is more left out of field. I don't even know where this is even coming from at this particular juncture in time, but it seems like these people are on some other shit. 4th time. I mean, didn't you see them telegraph it about the actual investigation with the black lady or whatever that's supposed to be happening in Georgia? They're already telling you that's the next hat that's going to drop or the next shoe that's going to whatever the fuck, you know? It's kind of getting to be a little bit ridiculous at this point. Okay, so you guys don't want him to run and you'll stop at nothing to make it happen. I mean, what are you going to do if he actually wins? This is where I'm at right at this point. I'm what are they going to do if he actually wins? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's an impossibility in their brains or whatever, but always expect the unexpected. Nobody ever expects the Spanish Inquisition. Okay? Yeah. And, Sir Tryhard, I have no idea what you're talking about, but yeah, I don't have any recommendations for lawyers. My recommendation for you, Mr. Tryhard, would be try to be less dumb. Anyways, Yeah, so is Reuters now state-owned media, Sewer Guy Rob? Maybe it is. I don't know. Could be. I mean, at this point, Donald Trump is saying he not guilty, which do we believe that? Yeah, I would have to believe that. I would have to believe that he is not guilty of this, but are they going to try to tell me that he is guilty of this? Well, yes, they are. Well, here's like 49 seconds of him talking outside of the arraignment.
Well, thank you
from
RSBN.
RSBN.
It's a very sad day for America, and it was also very sad driving through Washington, D.C. and seeing the filth and the decay and all of the broken buildings.
The filth and the
walls
decay
and the graffiti.
and the
This
broken
is not
buildings and the
place
decay.
that I left. It's a very sad thing to see it. When you look at what's happening, this is a persecution of a political opponent. This was never supposed to happen in America. This is the persecution of the person that's
Look at them
leading by
fucking
very
umbrellas, dog.
substantial numbers in the Republican primary and leading Biden by a lot.
Oh, that shit's monogram,
so
bro.
you can't beat him, you persecute him, or you...
Hold up, just real quick. I know he's talking, but I'm just looking at his little Trump right here. Damn, that's fancy, dog. They got that shit all embroidered in and everything, dude. And it's on all multiple umbrellas. Sick.
prosecute him.
That shit's
we can't
sick.
let this happen in America. Thank you very much, everybody. Well, thank you very much. This is
Are you saying that's a tan? Or you're not saying that that's light or whatever that's hitting him? Whatever, dude. Here's another. What's this? I don't know what this is, but let's check it out anyway. It's only 2 minutes long. The fuck, the United spot?
Well, it's indictment day. Again?
Again?
We finally got you, Trump.
Yep, it's all over, pal.
Yeah, you're going down, Mr. Poopy Pants. Yeah, I brushed my teeth with barbecue sauce this morning. Can you smell it? Shut up, Joe! All right. Are we seriously doing this again?
Yep, we're seriously doing this again.
You're finished, Trump. Why didn't you guys do this witch
What
hunt
the
2.5
fuck am I
years
watching
ago?
right
Well,
now?
because you weren't running for president.
So shut up! Sorry. Why is it that every time the Biden crime family gets exposed, I get indicted?
Because that's how cover-ups work. Duh!
James Comer reveals the Biden family payments and poof! I get indicted.
That was just
Poof,
a coincidence.
I get
The
indicted?
grand old party views Biden family bribes and poof! I'm indicted again. Well, stop breaking the law, asshole! Hunter's sweetheart plea deal falls apart and poof! Jack in the Box over here adds more charges. We got you this time, Trump.
Yeah,
we got ya.
And wouldn't you know it, as soon as Devin Archer testifies, I get indicted once more.
Well, don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
Are you guys ever gonna stop this?
Sure. As soon as you stop running for president.
So that's what this is all about? Me running for president?
Yep.
And if I stop running for president, you'll stop indicting me?
You're not as stupid as you look, Trump.
So all I gotta do is stop and this all goes away.
Yep. It all gets erased.
So are you gonna give up, Trump?
Yeah, Trump. Are you going to give up or what?
Not a chance.
Trump, did you realize that if you don't quit, we're just going to keep coming for you?
I'm actually
We're
looking
just
forward
gonna
to that
keep
the
coming
most.
for ya.
Trump, can you just give up? Pretty
Yeah,
please,
Trump,
give up, Trump, please. Come on. Yeah, come on, Trump. Pretty please.
I don't think so. The way I see it, all I need is one more indictment to ensure my election.
Oh yeah, one more indictment. I said the same thing. Even the people that make the jokes are saying the same thing. So we're all just waiting patiently for that fourth indictment out of Georgia that's going to be dropping the next time a big piece of Joe Biden information, whether it's something about his daughter or his son or whatever the hell, him working with his son's business dealings. I mean, who knows? Who really knows? I don't know. I wish I did know. But to be perfectly honest, I don't know. I just know that the future is looking mighty bleak for them. Trump's lawyer, who seems to be fine AF, also had something to say today. So we're going to take a look at that. Just so I can get a look at them yams.
We're going to that courthouse in Washington, and we're going to hear from one of Trump's lawyers.
Ukrainians paid the Biden
You got
crime
that little
family
booty. She got that little
millions and
titty
millions
crack
of
right there. You know what I'm
dollars.
saying?
The next day, the Mar-a-Lago raid and the Mar-a-Lago indictment.
Oh.
Last week, Hunter Biden's sweetheart plea deal fell through when the judge realized it had blanket immunity.
Blanket
The
immunity?
following day, a superseding indictment against Donald Trump. July 31st.
What are you doing?
Devin Archer goes to testify in front of the House.
You can come over here?
That was only after they failed to put him in jail prior to the fact.
I'm sorry, I can't even understand a word she's saying right now. I'm just like looking at her face like, she's pretty.
What happens the next day? The January 6th indictment that we're here for today.
Oh, I like your earrings.
This is not a coincidence.
Oh, motherfuckers, they're
This
big.
is election interference at its finest against the leading candidate.
Look at this fucking creep coming up behind her taking pictures of her booty. Yo, bro, what's your fucking, shit so I can get a picture of that, Mr. White House photographer? You can tell he's a White House photographer because of the hat that he's wearing. If you look at it, it's got the emblem of the White House photographer on it. Once upon a time, a long time ago, your boy Defango was known as a White House photographer. I don't know how it happened, bro. I was taking pictures with my cell phone, and then I was working with some French dude named Duke Lau, and he taught me about pictures or whatever. And before I knew it, I was walking around with the White House photographer backpack and clothes and shit like that. It's really weird. And then I was a part of the United States Department of Arts and Culture, but I still don't understand what that had to do with anything.
Right now for president, for either party.
This guy is documenting the fuck out of that booty right now. Look at him. I know what he's up to. He'd be doing the same thing I'd be doing. I'd be walking around and be like, oh, damn, that girl's fat. Oh, damn, that booty's nice. Katak. Oh, damn, that dude's hot and that shit's hot. People want to see this. Katak.
President Trump.
You see that, dude? He took probably 50 shots right there. He was like, I need to get this girl from the front and the back so I can make a 3D scan utilizing all the images so I can recreate her utilizing the silicone material.
Is under siege in a way that we have never seen before. President Trump and his legal team and everyone on his team will continue to fight, not for him, but for the American people.
Yeah. All I heard that she's going to fight for the American people. You know what I did notice, though, is that she's got the tiniest little cross. Like, girl, the cross that you're wearing is smaller than the amount of cleavage that you're showing. What's up with that? Shouldn't she be wearing a bigger cross on a longer chain so it covers it up or whatever? And it's all like, yeah, oh, you were looking at my cleavage? Or were you thinking about Jesus? Whatever. You guys probably don't get my jokes. It's fine. It's whatever. I don't know. But thank you, Sky News, for that. Here's another video that I found on the internet, on Twitter, that shows Donald Trump making a surprise appearance at the Bedminster Golf Course. And, I think it speaks for itself, honestly. Of course, everybody's cheering for him. It's a cheer track, though, you know. USA! 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 Cut it out, dickheads! I want to hear him talk. Oh, is it a surprise appearance? Yeah, he stopped off at the Bedminster Golf Course after he pleaded not guilty to some crimes. Head on over to Bedminster and do a nice little howdy doody to somebody that's there getting married and being like, oh, hey, what's up, Donald Trump? Heard you guys were a nice couple getting married and stuff. Very, very nice. You better fucking go tonight. Or I'm gonna. Because I'm Donald Trump. At least that's what people think that he would say. Very nice. Yeah, I never want to be a Ricada. I'd always be a Monty. Monty's a person that I can respect. Ricada, not so much. There's really nothing respectable about that, man. Not a damn thing. But Monograph? Sure, there's some dumb shit about him out there on the internet, but everything that he's done has been pretty respectable. Except for the weird fucking phone calls from the fucking unavailable numbers or the unknown numbers. Wait, there was one time that it didn't even have a fucking number. It was just my phone was ringing, and then you looked at the fucking thing where the number would normally pop up, and there was nothing, but the phone was ringing. Which, I don't even know how you could do that. I didn't think that was possible. Respect. What do you mean, Juby? I'm a weirdo. You're a weirdo. Who are you? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Well, as you can see, things are going bad for Donald Trump in some kind of way. But honestly, even Trump saying it, I need one more indictment to ensure my election. I mean, dude, it's probably going to be coming up within a month or something like that, right? Like, they're just going to keep him completely locked up in different legal cases and stuff because they're trying to keep him off of the road so that he's not out there talking to people, having, like, you know, big-ass rallies, but literal. It doesn't even make it doesn't make any possible fucking sense, to be perfectly honest. So we know that they're going to be going after this motherfucker again, and he knows it. He's obviously saying it, but the clear indication here is that, I mean, we all know that they're doing it because they don't want him to run, and I don't think that it's going to help him. I think that he's right when he says that if they actually drop the indictment out of Georgia, like, it's going to just be another, like, okay, this is super obvious what you guys are trying to do here. And, I mean, it didn't work all the way back then. You think it's going to work now? Like, I don't know, bro. We don't know. I don't know. What I do know is that there's a lot of dumb people out there that think that they know things. And at this particular juncture, it's almost kind of laughable that at this point that they would even be trying to do this shit again, once again, always again. And even more so, it's like, when you look at what the Biden administration has been trying to do for the entire year, even before then, like April 14th of 2021, Rob, if you were to change the algorithm so that people were more likely to see NYT, Wall Street Journal, on any authoritative news source over Daily Wire, Tommy Lauren, polarizing people, you wouldn't have a mechanism to check the material impact? ? Interesting. What is this? Oh, this is from Disclosed TV. Just in, the Biden admin reportedly asked Facebook to alter its algorithms to favor certain news outlets over others, and newly obtained records are showing. Which is something that we already knew was happening. Like, this kind of thing we saw evidence of during the releases of the Twitter files that came out earlier this year, where we saw Biden administration doing this, and then we saw the previous administration attempting to do this and being told to fuck off, and then we even saw back when Obama was in the scene, and it was the same situation all over again, right? Like, they've been controlling it, and this is one of the reasons that they had to get that injunction in the first place that said, hey, government, you're not allowed to do this, like, chill speech and shit like that through social media platforms without informing the public. That seems to be kind of like a cocksucker dickhead move, if you ask me. That's what I would see it as, but, I mean, who knows? Who knows? So just put it out there to think about it, is that, like, any speech is being censored. We know that X.com is being censored. We are seeing it. People's accounts are getting basically shut down in the same frequency as old Twitter. Some people would even say that it's more. And even more so, we're, like, I've been trying to harp on for the last couple of weeks, is that, you know, if you're on social media, you need to be fucking, like, prescient about the things that you're saying. You need to be prescient about the things that you're posting, because you will lose your accounts. And I can talk from experience because it's already happened to me, and I didn't even do anything that was considered bad. They just wanted to get rid of me for whatever reason that they could. So even more so, there's more people out there that have a better understanding of this, but it's only because they've been through it more than me, right? More than me. So you got to remember that Elon's platform isn't the free speech platform. Maybe subscribe to the brand of free speech, not freedom of reach. So they'll let you say whatever you want, suspend you, and then you won't be able to say anything, but you'll still be able to look at Twitter. Is that the kind of game that you want to be playing? CV, undecided voters are breaking for Trump. The stats on it will be out very soon, but you heard it here first. Maybe. I don't know, man. There's a lot of voters that still need to come forward and actually talk about what their ideology is, what they're looking for, how they're actually going forward on this one, but I don't really think that we're going to be getting any more of that from these. It's kind of crazy, dude. It's kind of crazy. Right, but we know Trump said not guilty. I mean, I don't know how they're going to prove it through his emails and text messages and shit that it was different. And I mean, the biggest thing here is that they're saying on some news outlets that Trump appeared to stumble over his name and age at his arraignment. Are they trying to give Donald Trump the Joe Biden treatment? Oh, yeah, no, Donald Trump's in cognitive decline. Yeah, that's the one that you need to fucking worry about. But Joe Biden, he's a fucking picture of health, bitch. He's a picture of health. Even though he's definitely not. But, if you look at what they're saying, is that's what they're saying, is that he appeared to stumble over his words when he stated his full name and age for his arraignment. Did that really happen? Was that like a real thing? Or are they just trying to, I don't know, take a little bit of the guff off of old pants? Old pants, that's what we'll call him. Old Liar McLiarson. Yeah. Could be all trained, but I don't know. I want to see some proof, dude. I want to see some proof of what they got. And if they ain't got nothing, well, guess what? They're going to have to acquit. If the glove does not fit, you must acquit, right? Who's that, Johnny Cochran? Still some smart-ass shit. So, I don't know, dog. I don't really know, dog. What I do know is that this would be a good time for QAnon to rear its ugly head, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think it would. And you know what? Here is Donald Trump Jr. taking on that question.
Who is Q? You'll never know, folks. I'm not sure. Or maybe I know and I just can't tell you. Who do you guys think it is, out of curiosity?
They think it's your dad, dipshit.
Salty cracker for press secretary. Q is Trump. I don't know.
I don't know. Did he hear? I don't know. I don't know about that.
Who is Q?
Motherfucker. Motherfucker can barely use Twitter. You're trying to say that he's on 4chan posting drops and shit? Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not sure. Or maybe I know and I just can't tell you.
I'm not sure. Maybe I don't. I just can't tell you. He don't fucking know. Shut the fuck up, Don.
Who do you guys think it is?
Out
of curiosity.
You met him before, motherfucker. You've shook his hand. Got his YouTube fucking video of it got taken down because you and your fucking friends always talking some bullshit. I still like him, though. He was handsome. Very tall.
Salty cracker for...
And his suit? His fucking suit? Telling you what, though, dude. Like, when I saw him, I shook his hand. I was like, hey, man. His suit was, like, nice, dog. He was, like, fucking... He was in a nice-ass suit. I was like, that is a nice fucking suit, man. Being rich. Wish I was.
For press secretary. Q is Trump. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah. Q's Trump? No, Q is not Trump. Q has never been Trump. Any of you dumbass anons that be saying that Q is Trump, and it's everything. I heard it from some dumb fuck on the internet. God, shut the fuck up. Seriously, come back down to reality, put the fucking crack down, and, like, figure your shit out, okay? Your life is not that fucked up that you need to be all wrapped up in fucking 4chan and fake-ass internet drops that don't even have anymore. Like, seriously? You're not even an anon, okay? You post on fucking regular social media platforms. Half of you fucking assholes have your pictures and shit up there. That's not anonymous, okay? That's not how it works. You're pissing me off. I don't like you. I'm sorry I did this to you, but Jesus Christ, you fucking needed it. In other news, what's this? Rumors are circulating that Justin Trudeau, the dictator of Canada, and Emmanuel Macron, the dictator of France, have had an affair together. What? Macron and Trudeau are butt buddies? Or is that not PC to say butt buddies? Like, are they gay lovers? They'll just say gay lovers. Because I'm pretty sure that that's what they're implying here. I mean, that's pretty close. Like, look at the loving look. They're looking at each other's eyes, like holding each other's arms and shit, like kissing each other on the cheek. And look at that embrace on the bottom left, man. You know, just turn fucking one of them guys around, and that looks pretty fucking. I don't know, dude. I don't know if this is a conspiracy theory or whatever. It's just an opinion that some asshole had on the internet that's named Matt Walsh. It's not my opinion. I'm just sharing with you to say, I don't know. Based on the very limited evidence in front of my eyes, I could have made that assumption, but I'm going to wait because I don't know. All I know is that motherfucking Trudeau is getting divorced from his kind of fine wife, and, you know, there's some weird shit happening around there, okay? You know, usually when dudes get divorced from their wives, it's because they was cheating. That's right. Or you that. Somebody was cheating, right? And it's either with the guy or a girl, okay? 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 Yeah, okay. Living Sand Q is apparently Flynn. No, Living Sand Q was never Flynn. I've actually talked to the Flynns and been like, no, that shit was me, and the reason that you're in this mess is because I accidentally utilized your brother's, you know, fame to make it bigger, and then a bunch of other dickheads, you know, just kind of ran with it. And I was like, but I know 100% full well that your brother had nothing to do with it, and I am more than happy to write a deposition, or to do a deposition, or write an affidavit in any legal manner that would, you know, help you out. So just remember that that's happening. So any of this Mike Flynn is Q talk is going to be going away fairly soon, and then Mr. Jim Sewardson and all of his other friends are going to think that, well, they got fucked by your boy Defango, because not only do we have copies of his discords and all of the discourse that he had with multiple individuals and shit like that, we have all of the discourse between myself and him where he was told multiple times that that was untrue, not true, everything else. That dude's so fucked he doesn't even know. That's like, I don't even want to help Flynn because of the whole Pegasus malware thing. But even now talking to him, it seems like he didn't have any fucking idea about that shit. He was just trying to make some fucking money. Which is even sadder in a lot of ways. Yeah. This is some sad shit, man. Sad shit. So yeah, you heard it here first. I will be testifying on behalf of Mr. General Flynn against Mr. Jim Sewardson. I'm also writing an affidavit that'll be certified in federal court. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's probably gonna piss some motherfuckers. That's gonna piss some motherfuckers off? Yeah. Although I think that most people are in the mind of Richard Feynman, who is one of my favorite people because he too sees the number 137 everywhere and it keeps him up at night. I would rather have questions that can't be answered than answers that can't be questioned. That's right. That's right. And I always wanted Q to be that question that just couldn't be answered. And I don't think it ever will be, because the OPSEC by me and a bunch of other people at the very beginning was fairly good. But, you know, in the future, people might be able to dig deeper and figure it out. But at that point, they're going to be like, I don't know, interrogating people and shit. I don't know. Think about that. Do the work, and everything else will come after it. What's this? What's this? The sign of Osiris slain! I don't know if I should play this audio on this. I'm just going to keep playing it. What's this, Steve? So apparently, if you do this, that means that you're a Satanist and you love the devil. I don't love the devil. The sign of Osiris risen. Osiris has risen! Wait, so we don't like Egyptian culture or whatever? Is Egyptian culture bad? Are they trying to say, like, this is some sort of, like, MK Ultra mind programming? Yeah, dude. Maybe. Could be. The sign of Osiris slain. What do you think, dude? Even Corey Feldman, Hayden Christensen, and whoever the fuck that bitch is. Adam Lambert, Halle Berry, Cyrus, Big Mike. Wait, what do they call Michelle Obama Big Mike? Oh, right, because he's apparently a man. I forget. That's the funniest one I've ever seen. Janet Jackson? Damn! All right, dude. So what do you guys think? Is this the Illuminati? Is the Illuminati real? Does this prove that there's some sort of secret underground cult? Or does it prove that photographers aren't very creative people because they ask everybody to do the same basic moves over and over and over again? Because, you know, there's only really something like 465 different ways that you could pose your body without breaking something. So, like, you know, eventually you're just going to come up with a couple of poses. Like, all right, I want you to cross your arms over like this. All right, I want you to put your arm out. Oh, never mind. Hold on a second. Put your finger over your fucking mouth. Shh. The silence. Silence. Yeah, it's such a basic fucking pose. But you know what? Some people are all up in that. What the hell is this? The Vice President, Washington, January 20th, 2011. Devin Archer, Rosemont Seneca Partners. Oh, yeah, Rosemont Seneca Partners. We found out about them from the Panama Papers, and that's how we figured out Joe Biden was a fucking criminal and crook all the way the years back then, but nobody listened. Dear Devin, I apologize for not getting attached to you to talk to you during the luncheon today. I was having trouble getting away from President Who. Hope I get a chance to see you again soon with Hunter. Hope you enjoyed the lunch. Thanks for coming. Sincerely, Joseph R. Biden Jr. P.S. Happy you guys are together. Ooh. Shit. Devin Archer, President Who, luncheon. Did we just confirm that Joe Biden was indeed meeting with foreign adversaries for business dealings that were involving his son? God damn. That's a spicy-ass meatball. Apparently, I can see exactly why they decided to try to indict Trump again. They gotta hide all this shit. Because they're about to get fucked. But then again, it could be the reasoning behind why they've finally reinstalled fencing and scaffolding all around the Capitol. Like, why is there scaffolding all over the Capitol right now? Footage from BG on the scene, or at BG on the scene. Please go over to their Twitter account or YouTube channel and follow them for this great footage. But as you can see, barricades and barriers have been erected, although not the same ones, right? Before they had the much bigger ones, some of the more security-oriented ones. But right now, barricades are basically placed everywhere in the very same fashion that they were. Do you think it has something to do with Donald Trump's indictment? Were they expecting some sort of, I don't know, ground show? Because it doesn't seem like anything like that's happened. But it does seem like, oh yeah, they had the whole motherfucker locked down. Like they was expecting something. Yeah. Think about that. The last time they did this, you guys, was basically right before January 6th, right? Like, took all of this stuff down, and they've only set up a limited perimeter, and maybe it does have more to do with what's happening on the construction that's going on the buildings, but I don't really know. Looks like safe and effective uses of our fucking tax dollars, apparently. Either that or they're just trying to, make sure people aren't getting into certain places or whatever, but it's almost like they're on pretty much high alert at this particular point. Like they're expecting something to go down, which makes sense. It's just like, why do they have so many barriers erected? Like, are they expecting people to fucking riot and shit? Y'all, dog, they tried that shit one time and they didn't even riot you guys for fucking crying like little bitches. You expect them to do it again? Yeah, right. What's this? Pentagon malls placing U.S. troops on shipping tankers to prevent Iranian seizure. Holy shit! The fuck? Pentagon is producing strategic ways of preventing the seizures of international vessels by Iran's military, particularly near the Straits of Hormuz and the Persian Gulf region. There's been a series of tit-for-tat tanker seizures of late between Tehran and Washington as the U.S. attempts crude oil sanction enforcement against Iran. Now the U.S. is mulling a more drastic action. They're actually going to be putting armed guard personnel on commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz to deter any type of Iranian official from taking over any tankers. And some reports are now suggesting that actual Marines are being trained already for the proposed program to basically protect the oil that's being tankered in to the United States, because we obviously that down bad for oil right now, which is why they've been pushing the global warming thing and trying to get us all ready, because obviously we're in no position right now to fight a war. We don't have the strategic reserves. We're basically broke. And, I mean, if we lose any more oil, it's going to be a huge fucking problem, right? So now we're going to have the United States troops possibly posting armed guards on oil tankers, and you don't think that we're in some kind of global confrontation just yet? Well, whatever. No one's paying attention to this. No one's paying attention to Russia and China playing the long game in Africa and everywhere. No one is seeing BRICS expand and the US dollar and trade value become more of a dumpster fire. Lastly, no one is seeing that our government is okay with it, because that precisely is what they want. What's that? Map of African countries that have signed military agreements with Russia. Well, fuck. That's a lot of fucking African countries. That's a shitload of African countries, my friend. It's basically almost all of fucking Africa except for South Sudanese, because those motherfuckers are crazy as fuck and they don't want to sign on with anybody. Central African Republican, they're also crazy as fuck and always just fighting with South Sudanese and Chad and the Congo and Uganda. Like, all them motherfuckers right there in the middle, they just be fucking fighting all the time, dude. It's just a fucking war zone. People be fucking slaving each other. They be killing people, raping people. It's fucked up. And then Gabon, actually, they're different. Gabon and Guinea, they're just kind of like, motherfuckers, we ain't down with any of that shit. Yeah. We're still good with the U.S. We're sticking out with them. But as you can see, yeah, it's getting pretty big. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if we're playing Risk, all of Africa is absolutely lost. That's correct, sewer guy Rob. We're literally, you ain't getting that back. Like, I mean, literally, you only have 2 points that you can attack from. Right here, and right here, and maybe right here. And at that point, you're pretty much already fighting a losing war. So, as the BRICS nations expand, you're going to see the power of the dollar go even worse. And I mean, dude, them $8 gas prices are on the way. Tell me, how bad are you going to feel when it costs $8 for a fucking carton of 12 eggs? I'm going to feel pretty bad because I ain't going to be able to afford that. That's why I'm going to have to get like some hot, tall babe to like, you know, like help me pay the bills and take care of me or something like that, you know, that I can enjoy or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe the future. I don't know. 2 U.S. Navy men are arrested on China's spying charges. What? 2 service members of the United States Navy have been arrested for spying for China, says the Department of Justice on Thursday. The men are suspected of selling secret information to Beijing that included manuals for warships, their weapon systems, as well as blueprints for a radar system, and plans for a huge United States military exercise. Oh, great. The arrests are a reminder of the relentless aggressive efforts of the PRC to undermine our democracy and threaten those who defend it. And China compromised enlisted personnel to secure sensitive military information so they could seriously jeopardize U.S. national security. Huh. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. In a press release, they said that sailor Jacinto Wei, who served on the amphibious assault ship, the USS Essex, in San Diego, handed over dozens of documents, photos, and videos detailing the operations of ships and their systems. These included the technical and mechanical manuals that dealt with the weaponry of his own vessel. The 22-year-old, who was also alleged to be paid thousands of dollars for the information, faces possible life in jail if convicted. In a separate case, the DOJ said Petty Officer Wen Hang Zhao, age 26, had spied for China for nearly 2 years at his own perch at the naval base Ventura County, north of Los Angeles. Zhao is alleged to have been paid almost $15,000 by Chinese intelligence agents for information about large-scale U.S. military exercises in the Indo-Pacific, including details on the timings and locations of amphibious landings. He's also alleged to have handed over electrical diagrams and blueprints for a radar system at a U.S. military base in southern Japan, where the United States has a large military presence. By sending sensitive information such as this, blah, 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 blah. Wow. Now that seems kind of fucked up, doesn't it? 2 guys with, I don't want to sound racist right now, but their names definitely seem very Chinese, okay? Didn't seem like an American name. Doesn't look like a Mexican name. Like when I say Wen Hang Zhao, like I'm thinking Oriental. And I'm not sure exactly where, but, you know, my mind goes to China, okay? If he said his Nguyen, I would have been like, oh, you're from Thailand. And they're going to be like, oh, how did you know? And I'd be like, just a guess. Maybe. Or is it Vietnam? I can't fucking remember, dude. Jesus Christ. But at this particular juncture, if we have what seem to be Chinese nationals, Chinese individuals, United States Americans of Chinese descent, that are all of a sudden joining the military and selling our secrets, and it's happening when they're pretty young. Yeah, it kind of seems like they should be on the up and up for this one, but they don't want to get caught up with them saying that they're being racist because they're going after Chinese people. But I mean, Zhao, Wen Hang Zhao, and Jin Chao Wei. Yeah, I don't know about you, but you should be learning fucking Chinese now, motherfucker, because we're fucked. I'm telling you. We're so fucked. I don't even know how fucked we are. I just know it's so fucked. X.com. AI.com once took you to ChatGPT. Now it takes you to Elon Musk's XAI. Just remember, Elon Musk's XAI doesn't actually exist yet. It hasn't been released to the public, so, like, I don't know. something strange is happening in the world of AI. It looks like the beast AI that Elon Musk created is going to be unleashed on the general public, and we're all going to suffer. Don't worry, my AI will be able to like shut it down and stop it. It's just that like how we're gonna do it is gonna be funny. You're just gonna have to wait and see. It's gonna be great. You're gonna have to wait and see. Wait and see. 16 teams race to validate superconductor breakthrough and have found mixed results. Oh, yes, we talked about this not that long ago, but somebody had found allegedly an ambient pressure superconductor, and now there's 16 separate teams across the world that are trying to replicate the efforts as they speak, because as you know, in scientific areas of study, when you discover something, you write a paper about it, you submit it to the scientific community, and then a bunch of other assholes basically double check your work to make sure that it's actually a thing. And so far, they're saying that it's a hit and miss type situation. They're having difficulty verifying both halves of the superconducting equation. And some people have reported that they've measured zero electrical resistance in some cases, but research teams worldwide are repeatedly failing to verify both halves of the superconductor equations and both zero electrical resistance and magnetic levitation due to the Messenger effect, which basically means is that they haven't been able to replicate it and make it happen. And even if they've tried to replicate it, they've ran the math and they haven't been able to figure out if it's one thing or another thing because it's so close. So the current research efforts are pretty big, but I guess that there are some people that have basically figured out that something is happening, and it's kind of cool because a bunch of different universities have actually tried to study it, and a few of them have figured out already that there's been no dimagnetism that has been observed. And a lot of people, when it originally came out, said that it could have just been a diamagnetic material, and that's why it was exhibiting the properties. But a couple of different researchers out there have already basically said themselves that they haven't been able to discern that type of structure. So that means that we're a little bit closer, but nobody's actually been able to get it to happen. So, like, that's the big problem. And, like, there's one guy that says video claiming to show dimagnetism in small flakes reportedly make a new batch to measure resistance. And then another university said no dimagnetism observed. It had a high resistivity not consistent with superconductivity. And then they had another one that said that they converted by X-ray diffraction. And they said it reduced it to room temperature, but they never actually observed the levitation effect or the Messenger effect. They had another one that they didn't observe any dimagnetism, and then another one where it's no dimagnetism. So they're getting closer, but this LK99 substance is apparently very hard to replicate. So, and considering that it took very many tries for the original researchers to even get the sample that they had gotten in the first place, I think it's still going to be a while before somebody's actually going to be able to recreate the substance in the exact kind of way in order to actually make it happen. And we still don't know what the exact way of making it was. We only have a very simple understanding of it. Like, if you had some videos or something to watch of it, might be something bigger. But there you go. And I don't even know what to really say about this one, but apparently Dianne Feinstein, 90 years old, cedes power of attorney to her daughter, but somehow, some way, still serves in Congress. That's right. California Senator Dianne Feinstein has relinquished all power of attorney to her daughter, even as she continues to serve in Congress as 90 years old, being the oldest member of Congress. Motherfucking old as fuck. And somehow she keeps getting reelected and sent back there. And everybody was bitching about Joe Biden being old and Donald Trump being old. This bitch is even older than both of them. Like, seriously, there should be like a fucking age limit or something. I don't even know. But, like, she's got to get wheelchaired around and shit. So, who knows, dude? I don't know. Just saying. You know. Apparently, you can serve in the government and not even have power of attorney over yourself. How fucking crazy is that? That means that somebody else is making all the decisions for you. That's fucking crazy. So wait a minute. So does that mean now that her daughter has power of attorney, her daughter also has power of attorney over her congressional decisions? I don't think that that's how it works, but if it did, damn, that'd be fucked up, bro. Maybe this is like a test run for that type of system, and they're just going to keep all these old fucks in there forever. God, I hope that's not it, but it might be. Although, we're pretty much done with the show today. We appreciate you guys coming on through here. Make sure you guys head on over to griftcast.com. Follow us, send us money, email us, join the Discord, do all of that great stuff, and we definitely will be seeing you guys again on the next one. Appreciate y'all coming on through here, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you for being here. Much love to you, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Send money. Or whatever. Bye. Bye, folks.